Hello. Ooh, hey, yeah, there we go. Bunch of people have already signed in. Let me take attendance for you guys. All righty. Okay. So, live stream 3, April 3rd, and we have here, okay, Mila is here, going upwards. Liz is here. Okay, there we go. Neela, Tees, Neela, Tees is here. Okay, Jan is here. Good. Finn is here. Willy is here. Willy. Okay, Noel is here. Here. And Charlotte is here. Okay, moving along. Ari is here. Good, good, good. Savoy is also here but cannot comment. Savoy, got it. And looking up the list, I think I missed some people maybe further up. Alrighty, let's see. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. Come on, go down. Go to the bottom. There we go. Okay. So Zidane, okay. Zidane is here. Let me just read through who I think is not here. And then if you are, you can let us know. I believe Haley is not here. Colin is not here. Keanu is not here. And Kian is not here. Is that correct? If one of those people is here, please say hello. And otherwise, we'll get started. It is 34. It took us a while to get started. Now, what I wanted to do today is to make sure you guys are able to complete the lab assignment. Oh, air quotes, lab assignments. Now, we obviously can't go to the physics lab at JFK and complete a lab there. So instead, we're going to do a virtual lab. And I think it's pretty fun. If you've opened it up or not, I'm not sure. It's called Density. And I know we already did a density lab. If we were at school, I'd probably do something a little bit different as our next lab activity. But unfortunately, that's not possible. This is, I think, the best lab available right now. So we're going to do it. And I'm just going to take some time today to talk about it to make sure you guys have a decent idea of how it works. Okay, and what I wanted to do was actually show you the lab in real life, and then you can maybe have a better idea what it looks like when you do it online in the virtual world. Okay, so I don't know if you already looked, but if you did look, you probably saw that the lab features a water container. Now, the water container is way bigger than this one. It has 100 liters in it, which is pretty big. Okay, so it's a little bit of a whoa, hang on, that was exciting. Almost fell here. Okay, here we go. Good. So, and I wanted to switch it because I can't fool gravity here, obviously. So I wanted to have this thing kind of level. So you can see this is a container of water, and the water level is a certain level that it's at, and we can actually imagine that we could mark this, for example, with a marker like this. Let's see. Let's use this one. We say, okay, well, this is the level is at. Yes, we will. I've got all the instructions online. I just want to talk about it in general. Yes, there will be kind of, no, it will not have the 4 steps. You'll have certain questions to answer, and they're all listed on the, whoa, hey, relax, everybody okay. So the lab that we're doing is online, and all the questions are in the assignments. And to break it up for you guys, I've split it up into 3 different assignments that are due at different times. So don't get stressed out. It's in bite-sized steps, but I just wanted to talk about it in general, just to get an idea. So it starts with a water container like this, and you have different things you can put in there. And the things are 5 different things: styrofoam, aluminum, wood, brick, and ice. Okay, those are the 5 things you can put in there initially, and you can try out different things. I just want to show you kind of what happens. You have a certain level of water. If you now place something in there, I have a very low density object here. This is styrofoam. Okay, yeah, kind of a block. If you put that in there, the level rises just a little bit. You see that? It doesn't rise a lot. It just rises a little bit because it's such a low density object. And because it's such a low density object, it doesn't really push a lot of water up. Now, when you look at this, okay, the amount of water that went up, okay. So, Willy, it's due after break because today break starts. So, I didn't want to make it due during break. So it's due after break. Okay. So take a look at this. And this thing doesn't go all the way underwater because it's floating. So if we want to see what happens when it's all underwater, we can do that. We can push it down. And if we push it down, the water goes up more. Okay, you see that? Water rises up more when it's pushed underwater. That makes sense because now all its volume is underneath the water, pushing up water higher. Now, if we took the difference between those 2 volumes, we could find out the volume of this styrofoam block. Okay, that's the basic idea there. Now, we could do this for something that has density that's lower than water because it takes up space. Right, exactly. We could also use a heavier object, and I was looking for a cube like that, but I couldn't. But I've got like this dense Easter egg. It's made up of like a ceramic, actually. Okay, and if we take a look at this, we can have, if we look at where our water level is here, when we put this in here, you see that the water level has gone up quite a bit. See how it's gone up, how much it's gone up? Okay. So we could mark that position and say, oh, okay, that's cool. And the difference in that volume, well, that's the volume of that egg. Okay, it's called water displacement measure of the volume of an object. Okay, that's the basic idea behind measuring that volume. Hi, Haley. I will mark you present. Okay, couple things. So there are some side questions here about whether we're going back to school. Eventually, we are going to go back to school, but probably not April 20th. I think it's probably not going to happen. We need to see what happens and do what the Senat tells us. The Senat is the government of Berlin, and until they make an announcement, we don't know what's going to happen. We're supposed to go back April 20th. I think most people agree that that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. We'll just adjust to what we're supposed to do as we get closer to that time. Um, so again, that's kind of speculation. We'll see how it develops. And again, things are changing so rapidly. I think maybe in my mind, the odds are a little bit better that we're going to go back to school at some point this year than I initially thought. The first time we talked on the live stream, I said probably we're not going to go back to school at all until the summer, but we'll see. I think the chances have gotten a little bit better. The numbers look pretty good for Germany right now in terms of the corona situation. So it might be that we go back to school at some point, but I think most likely that's not going to be April 20th. It might be like May 20th. I don't know, but anyway, we'll adjust as we go along. Okay, so there are schools in the U.S. such as Arizona and I think Georgia. I'm not sure. Different states have canceled school until the rest of the school year. That has not happened yet in Germany. As far as we know, school is such that we'll be back in school April 20th, but we'll adjust it. So that's I showed you this container, right, with the water level adjusting, okay, and you can look at this difference in volumes, and from that you can figure out what the volume is here of water, okay. Now you guys won't do this with real water, although it would be fun to try that. You could, maybe I'll do an extension to the lab where you actually use an actual water glass. But the online lab is really fun, I think, because you get to play around with these different blocks, put them in water, push them underwater, dropping them into the water, pull them down, let them go back up. It's pretty good, I think, and you can play around. I've broken the lab up into parts, so it's not like this overwhelming amount that you need to do at once. So you complete the first part of the assignment, turn it in, you do the second part of the assignment, turn it in, and then you do the third part of the assignment. I've posted all those online for you, and just take one step at a time and complete them one at a time, and then it should be okay. I will, of course, be available for questions if you want to ask those via email, or comment on Google Classroom works as well. I will also, over the next 2 weeks, I thought about what I'm going to do. You guys are going on spring break, so there are no required live streams in the next 2 weeks, but there are going to be some optional live streams in the next 2 weeks. And specifically what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. It's not a video. When you go there, if you click on there, it's going to be an actual activity where you interact with it. There's a play button, but it actually plays the activity, not a video. So the next 2 weeks, I'll have Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm going to offer optional sessions if you guys want to hang out. It starts at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And it will be focused on astronomy topics, specifically stars, what happens to stars in terms of turning into black holes or white dwarfs or red giants or supernovae, those kind of things. And it's going to be open to all my students. So come on around, hang out. If you want to learn something about stars, I'm happy to do a session. It's going to be aimed to work for everybody. It might, of course, be maybe a little hard for you guys to understand because you're only in 7th grade, but I'm going to try to make it understandable for all students. If you want to check it out, come on by. I will also post that announcement in Google Classroom, so you're aware of that's happening. So if you want to hang out and check it out, that's cool. I will also offer on Fridays just an office hour also at 11 o'clock, and I don't have anything scheduled for that time, but that would be a possibility if you come by to ask questions. You have work you're still working on, maybe you're catching up because you didn't complete something, or you want to get ahead, or you just want to ask a question or whatever. I'll be available on Fridays also at that time, 11 o'clock. Those will be 11 to 11:45, I think is what I'm planning. 11 to 11:45. On Monday and Wednesday will be astronomy, and then Fridays 11 to 11:45. Those 2 Fridays I'll do an office hour. Also 11. So let me write that on here. So spring break, optional live streams. So Monday and Wednesday, 11 to 11:45. That is astronomy. And then Friday, 11 o'clock to 11:45 will be office hours. Okay, so come on by if you like, hang out, answer some questions. Whoopsie, it's kind of, that's bad. Okay, here we go. So during spring break, there will be optional live streams, not required, obviously. Monday and Wednesday, 11 to 11:45 astronomy, if you want to come by and learn something about stars. And then Fridays, 11 to 11:45 is office hours in case you have questions, concerns, just want to chat. Either one of those. I'll be online from 11 to 11:45 here, most likely. I'll do it on here. Yeah, not Zoom. I was thinking maybe Zoom, but I think I'll probably do no extra credit. This is all optional. So you just hang out if you want to. That's cool, and you can learn something, but there's no extra credit because then it's kind of like not optional anymore. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because if there's extra credit available, then people will feel pressure to go, and I don't want that. I don't want you coming because you just want the points. I want you coming because you're interested and all that stuff. Okay. Good. Let me think. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to do today. And because it's the last day before spring break, I'm okay finishing early. So if there are no questions, okay, then I think we're just going to hang up and have a great break. Be healthy, be fit. Go outside for exercise. Go for runs. Go for bike rides. Exercise is good outside. Go for long walks. Make sure you obviously have your ID with you, or better, even a parent, to make sure that, in case you get stopped, because we have to have reason to be out. But you do want to still exercise and be fit and all that stuff. So go for a run, go for a bike ride, that kind of stuff. 20 kilometers last 4 days, awesome. That's cool. Okay, all right. Well, good seeing you guys. Good seeing you guys, and have a great break. And I'll see you guys around.